Hello, this is High Templar with my new Total War Warhammer Mechanics video, and today we'll be talking about artillery effectiveness and Doom Divers in specific. So you probably have seen my previous videos about Doom Divers and cannons and comparisons of their effectiveness with the matches between them. And those matches weren't too good for Doom Diver, which is quite expensive. And there is one answer to that. Basically, you really wouldn't want to greenskins have better artillery than the dwarves. The dwarves are the dwarves. They should have very good artillery. So they do have very decent artillery. Both the Grudge Thrower and the Doom Diver and the Cannon are very sturdy pieces of equipment. However, the Doom Diver has its uses, so I wanted to show you some battlefield situations and how they compare to each other. So I have a Great Cannon here and the Doom Diver firing at those Chaos Marauders. So the Cannon has armor piercing, the Doom Diver don't, and the Doom Diver at the same time have some explosion damage. And let's just fire for a few minutes into those guys and see the results. Basically, I want to compare which one of them will get more kills. Although you need to remember that the cannonball actually don't make explosions damage, so they don't hurt people. It only kills people. If you get hit by the fireball, you are dead. Whereas if you get hit by close by the Doom Diver, your friend might be dead, but you are wounded. So the Doom Diver, it's 86 compared to 68, and with the health loss from the Doom Diver, this is a very similar. You would expect them to do better, and they are very accurate, just not as accurate as before patch, and not as accurate as the cannons. They are very accurate catapults. So let's see how they will fare against high armored units, because as I mentioned before, Doom Diver has no armor piercing damage, and has some, but not much. And some people told me it doesn't matter because it deals such a massive damage that it just doesn't matter. So let's see how it will fare against Chosen. And this is actually one of the reasons why you should not really bring Doom Diver against dwarves unless you have a good plan, because it doesn't always work. The dwarves has very decent armor. Even the dwarves warriors has 80 armor, and the Doom Diver just won't be killing them at one hit. If you do use it well, you will get your money back. However, you should not expect it to do like brilliant. Right now we were just firing straight at the Chosen, and the Doom Diver got 21 kills, whereas the Cannon got 71. So this is similar value to the previous test with the Marauders. Similar number of men were killed, but this time they were chosen. So you can see what targets should you pick by the Doom Diver, basically. So let's further go in here and let's see how it will fare against Cav, because the one thing that Doom Diver does brilliantly is attacking the targets that is trying to dodge them. And as a player, I on many occasions dodged cannonballs. It worked better or worse in some situations, but most of the time I could have made the cannon to spend all their ammo and do little damage to me. I use lords for that mostly. This is much harder, and the cannons will actually be hitting my guys much more often. And as you can see, I'm changing this cannonball didn't hit me at all. When the Doom Divers, they change their flight path. Again, Cannon completely missed when the Doom Diver hit. That will... Yeah, I was a bit too late with this one. but I did dodge this one, whereas the Doom Divers, yep, those guys went straight in. So let's see how it will work out at the end, just a few more seconds. And we have 28 kills on the Doom Diver and 17 on Cannon. That is quite significantly more. So where is there a test where the Doom Diver would excel? Well, firstly, let's see how they will work out if you are attacking a clumped unit with low armor, basically. And this was something you would see a lot. AI and both players will clump up their units at some point in a battle. So these are just case models, the same test as before, just wider line. So you would expect the cannon to do better with this test, because the wider lines means there will be more kills for the cannonball going through the unit. However, that's not quite how it works. The problem with the artillery in the Warhammer is that it's mostly overshotting. And yeah, this will be showed very well in the Doom Diver here. I will just give it, I just gave them 5 minutes to basically attack. And let's just comparison to the kills that we had before. So before we had like 76 kills on the cannon, I believe, or was it 86? And 68 on the Doom Diver. Right now, in the clumped units, we have and this is the dwarf cannon right now. 163 kills on the cannon, so as expected, much more kills. But 205 kills on the Doom Diver. And mind you, it also did a hit point damage with each explosion. That must be impressive. We actually got more kills on the Doom Diver in the clumped units than with the cannon. That is something that goes, well, it would seem counter to logic, but not really. The Doom Diver is not as accurate, and with thinner line it will just miss, whereas the cannon going not as much over the horizon as most things will just hit the unit anyhow. And this is something, well, that just would happen. So you could see this test proves that very well and shows you where should you use your Doom Divers. So let's just show you the situation where the Doom Divers just truly excel. And this is fighting against dwarves. Dwarves warriors has 80 armor. So that means Doom Divers should not be a best matchup against them. I mean, not like Gors. The Gore having very low morale and having very low armor would run away before they will match my troops. I mean, at least single unit. But the dwarves, those guys will just stand there. So not a best effect you would seem. Just see how good of effect will that be. This as those guys are being used by UI, and if they would be used by player, they would be longer lines, and that would be even more destructive, unfortunately, because whether Doom Diver does have a problem hitting hit in front, it might hit behind or in front of your unit. It will not hit to the left or to the right. It will hit straight into the unit. The cannon, however, have problems with attacking through those obstacles like this one. It just got few hits, and do mind that there is 100 dwarf warriors in a unit, but there is 120 boys. With a similar price and a similar value of the unit, you are actually getting... This cannon would have to do 20% more damage to my units to be better than the Doom Diver, basically. And now watch that. I am firing through my ranks. right? And the cannon is actually trying to clip the unit from the flank that is exposed the least. And let's just 50 more seconds on this matchup. And the enemy broke, and that was dwarves. That was dwarves that broke. 82 kills on the cannon and 124 kills on the Doom Diver. That means the cannon did twice as bad, because it would have to be like 67, I believe, if you lessen it by 20% when it comes to the number of men. So that's twice as good as cannon. And that is impressive, that has to be impressive. And you can use the Doom Diver firing through your ranks and hitting the enemy very... I mean, there is some friendly fire, true, there is, but it is rare, and it is very effective indeed. Anyhow, this is the end. I hope you like it. If you did like it, press like, comment if you will, and see my other videos in Total War, Warhammer, but also other series. See my mechanics videos, DLC speculation, and my Let's Plays. Thank you for watching, and see you later.